Welcome to tonight's recap of Dancing with the Stars.
It's the semi-finals.
AKA the top 4.
Semi means half.
Yes.
Okay, so they're going to be performing one ballroom and one Latin, but the Latin has a solo in it. Ugh, always scary.
Alright, so let's start off with Erin and Max.
Their first dance was a Viennese waltz.
I thought it was a little bit forced. It wasn't very fluid.
I've seen her perform a lot more graceful than she did, or gracefully than she did tonight. And the judges were all like, oh my god, that was so good. You're just so amazing. I can't even believe it. And they gave him a 27.
Well, Bruno kind of gave her a 10, but not really. Because he said 9, but he held up the 10 paddle.
Yeah.
And he was like, whoa!
Yeah. If you can't tell the difference between 9 and 10 on a paddle, how can you possibly score that? Because obviously they didn't do a good job because WTF, that was not worth 27.
So their second dance was a Paso Doble.
One word, sloppy. Yeah, even Max had trouble. He freaking wiped out at the end.
Yeah.
Bruno cursed.
I don't know what he said, but...
WTF. She's like the little girl who takes 4 or 5 different dance classes, like, oh, I'm going to take jazz, tap, ballet, and blah, blah, blah. And she never, ever does good at it.
Does good at it?
She never does well.
Okay. I haven't been watching regularly, so I didn't know that she had, like, previous dance experience.
Oh, they didn't play it up at all, because they all wanted to rag on Nicole Scherzinger for being, like, a performer.
Oh, my God.
Sloppy.
She was just like... Yeah, it was only like ballet and tap and jazz and no.
And lyrical and contemporary and
it's kind of a big deal when you're in a dance competition.
Yeah, and I'm sure it was many years of dance. Okay, so they got a 29 for that. Are you joking? They ended up with a 56 total for the night. I was
not happy with that.
I was definitely not happy with that. Nicole and Derek were up next with their Argentine tango.
This was a masterpiece.
This was beautiful, professional, perfect. You could have put a bow on that, wrapped it up, and given it to somebody as a Christmas present.
Well, Carrie-Ann was putting her tears on it. She was crying her eyes out.
Why are you crying for a dirty, sexy dance, Carrie-Ann? Are you caught in a bad romance?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay.
All right, they got a 30. Thank you.
It was deserved, so.
I think they would have gotten the ropes out and started to, the villagers, because if they hadn't given him a 30 for that, they would have been strung up. So
their second dance was a cha-cha.
Another one word. Wow. That was awesome.
It was different.
It was inventive and fun. She was Prince in Purple Rain. Mm-hmm. Her solo was sexy. Come on. The cha-cha is fun. And this dance was fun as well. But Len, the wet blanket, forgot to take his Viagra and gave her a 9.
You pop out at parties.
What the hell? Yeah, he needs his Vitamina-Vegemin. 29 for that.
So
Thanks,
they had a
Len.
total of 59 for the night.
Yeah, I knew Len wasn't going to like it, for sure. All right, let's talk about Chad and Cheryl. Their first dance was a waltz.
You know what I noticed? They didn't do much in hold.
Yeah.
So it didn't even feel like a waltz to me.
I mean, he was somewhat graceful. He's made improvement over the season. You haven't seen.
I know.
But you know what? At this point, everybody's working hard, and everybody's made improvement. So I'm not seeing anything stellar here. So they ended up with a 27.
I mean, it was a nice dance, but I didn't really get waltz from that.
No.
And I'm surprised Len didn't point that out, because usually he would.
You know, this is the semifinals, the half finals. And they have to equalize the scores a little bit. Otherwise... because they want the public to put who they want into the finals. Otherwise, nobody's going to watch it.
Yeah, okay. So their second dance was a samba.
No bueno. When he took his shirt off for the solo, that was probably the high point of the dance. But it seemed kind of strip club. It was dirty.
I think that's a cop-out.
I think so, too.
Whenever people do that.
I'm sure he's a great guy. You know what? I thought Lawrence Taylor was, too, when I was wrong. But... His dancing, no bueno. They ended up, at least the judges reflected it in their scores. They had to. It was a 25 for that dance, so they ended up with a 52 for the night.
But I'm sure he's a nice person.
I hope so anyway, or else I feel bad for Cheryl. All right, but she got a lot of jewelry out of it, so it was good. Evan and Anna, the last couple of the night. First dance up, Foxtrot.
It was a whole ton of fun.
It was 2 tons of fun, and he really let go. I think he took a risk. He exposed himself without exposing himself.
I was a fan of the dance.
I was too. And Len, again, non-Viagra. He gave it a 9. So they ended up with a 29 for that dance. Then their second dance was the Paso Doble. Now, this dance was intense.
Yeah, it was.
I thought it was teetering on being out of control at some points, and I thought he had to really rein it back in.
I thought it was just right.
I thought some of his moves, he was going to fall over. He was so intense.
He was into it.
His solo was awesome.
I thought his solo was the most relevant.
It was so artistic.
It definitely applied to the dance that he was doing the most.
But then he kind of ruined it for me with the crappy cape work.
Nah.
I think he had a cape fail.
No.
Well, it wasn't great, but I mean, I thought it was going to get caught on his head or something. All right, so that got a 30. I'm a little surprised. I thought it was going to be the other way around. Or, you know what? He probably deserved a 60. Just like Nicole and Derek. Why didn't you just give them 2 perfect scores each? But no, they both ended up with 59s anywho. So, tomorrow, oh God, this is a power pack show. Miley Cyrus in a cage.
Nah.
Please don't let her out. Sara McLaughlin. Your favorite, the college dance comp.
I told you I was a little disappointed.
The whole formation thing.
Yeah.
All right. And Joey Fat One, a.k.a. Joey Fatone, and Melissa Rycroft are doing the Macy's, dance that you picked.
I like better when they make the pros do it.
I know.
But, okay.
Till tomorrow. Much love.